Alright chat, so in the last video I built this beach house that's standing right behind me, and in today's video we're gonna finish the interior of this monstrosity, but it's also a work of art. But we gotta start with some unfortunate news and some good news. The good news is that this is gonna get finished in this video, so that's gonna be the first time in channel history, because if you stuck around for long enough, you know I don't finish my builds. So yeah, that's the good news. The bad news is, yeah, some of it's already been completed. Yeah, chat, I kind of forgot to hit record. Well, I didn't forget to hit record. I just didn't know I wasn't recording because I meant to record. Because I was going to speed this up and then voice over it like I did in the first part. But no, the recorder didn't activate. But yeah, I'll take you through whatever I built so far. It's really not that much, but it's a lot at the same time. Ooh, tree. Oops. So yeah, I guess I'll walk you through whatever's changed. Nothing much on the exterior has been touched. You know what I did add though were these lights. I love these lights. It looks really good at night. Well, actually I wouldn't say really good, but like it's more illuminated now, so that's a good thing. But anyways, let's switch it back to 7 AM because that's the best lighting on this side. But anyways, stepping on inside, the first floor hasn't really changed. I made this custom couch, which is just a bunch of basic shapes on top of more basic shapes, and then the floor is a decal, but I don't know if I'm gonna stick with this because it keeps disappearing from time to time, and if you stand in the right spot then it'll disappear. Another thing that's been added are these wall designs. I'll go into build mode and kind of explain these to you, but it's literally just a panel and it's been stuck onto this wall. Something else I've also added were these custom plants, which are actually copy and pasteable, and I got this idea from someone on Twitter. His name's roblox, and I'll put him on the screen right now. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's been changed on the first floor. The bathroom hasn't been touched, and I'm probably not gonna touch the bathrooms until like the very end, or maybe I'll touch them first because they're like the smallest things to touch. That doesn't really sound right, but I'll continue touring the house so far. The garage I'm not gonna touch. This is gonna be a mud room right here. I'm gonna somehow make it into one. And then up here is what's changed the most. I've made this little living room area right here, and it doesn't look too bad. I think it's definitely a step up from what I normally do. And what I've done is I've kept to my linen tones just because most of the Pinterest pictures that I'm trying to follow are linen, and this carpet is not aligned properly and it's kind of ticking me off. But yeah, it's kind of a step up from what I normally do. The only decals I've used are on the plants and then the surfboards, but aside from that, everything is Bloxburg made, so that's a good thing. We've got these trusses up here and then nice light fixtures embedded into them. I'm still trying to play with lighting. I really don't want to try and use linen lighting, but it seems to be working kind of okay for now. For all the walls, I've just colored them white. I know it's kind of plain, but like, you know how it comes to coloring with me. And my goal is to not get Noel to help me with this, especially the coloring part, because I need to up my game, you know. But anyways, back here nothing else has changed. Oh, we got these wall panels actually copied and pasted in here, but I'll show you how to make those later in the video. I'll just keep all the doors open because that's how an open house should be. Here's a bathroom. I've changed that. Here's a bathroom. I haven't changed this. And over here is, oh, this used to be a bathroom, but I made it a laundry room, and this is the most changed room, I would say. Actually, no, there's other rooms as well, but yeah, we've got 2 laundry machines, custom counters. This is a real counter right here. The sink is embedded into the countertop, and then we also got some shelving units up there. Oh yeah, and we got more of the panels pasted here. And then stepping on over, we have our kitchen, and I'm really proud of this kitchen and how it turned out. For some reason, it doesn't look bad, and you know how I normally decorate my kitchens. It's kind of bland, but this time it's not bland. But yeah, going through it, we've got custom stools, and what sucks is that all of these counters are actually custom, so if you, I don't know if you can hear my clicking, but you actually can't use any of these counters, so that's just fantastic. What I will say though is that you can use the fridge and the oven and the stove and the sink, but I'm gonna try, oh yeah, you could tell I was kind of experimenting with the colors here. I left it green, but yeah, I'll try to implement maybe a counter somewhere just so you can at least interact with it, maybe around here, because that's the only open space I can really think of. But aside from that, the kitchen turned out really nice. Custom counters, it's kind of glitching there as you can see. This is custom as well, but it's also kind of a Bloxburg item. Then we got like the little, what do you call it, pot filler. It dispenses water into your pots if you have the pots on the stove, so that's a nice detail. Then we got the trusses again, and then here we have our bay window. Didn't really take advantage of it, but I guess it's okay. This entire counter is custom, and then we got the sink. The sink is just embedded into the basic shapes, and then we got our little center island with lemons on top of it. Oh, and decal plant. And then over here we have our dining room. I'm probably gonna leave this pretty bland, I'm not gonna lie, over here especially, and I'm gonna copy and paste some of the items over here just because I'm lazy, and I've pretty much done most of the work when it comes to custom stuff. All that's left to do is really copy and paste the living room stuff down to here, and I'm planning on sweating my balls off for this room because this could be a pretty sexy thumbnail. But anyways, the worst room probably to decorate in this house right now is the top floor, and I really don't like it, but oh my god, those sunbeams just penetrate through the windows. Yeah, the top floor isn't my favorite to decorate. I'm pretty sure on Twitter, I don't know if you know who Peyton is, but he's a really talented bloxburg builder, and he recommended that I put another laundry room up here, which would honestly make sense because it's such a small nook and cranny. But anyways, that's pretty much everything that's changed in this build so far. I do plan on installing water, but I also don't plan on installing water because god dang, that's gonna take a lot of money. Maybe if I be tactical about it, then I could spend less money, but I guess it's okay. But aside from that, nothing else is really gonna change when I build this, and I'm probably just gonna leave it to the speed build to talk, and I'll just voice over it because like I said before, I don't know if I've said this before actually, I work better when I don't have to commentate over everything that I'm building. Like as you can see, most of this was supposed to be a speed build. And here's just a little insight to becoming a YouTuber that commentates over whatever the heck you're doing. If you're doing commentary builds, you can expect that 90% of the time your builds aren't going to turn out good if you're constantly talking, because you feel like you're kind of constrained to a time limit, and you also can't yap for that long because then it gets boring. But yeah, that's just some advice from someone that's been doing commentary for over a year. But anyways, let's get straight into the speed build. So before I get too far into the video, I'm just gonna say that all the decals were sourced from Muxy and I think rotorpsi. I don't know, I'll leave their channels and Roblox profiles in the description below. And also, if you want to build this, I'll post the speed build on my second channel just like I did with the first part of this. But before you guys actually build it, I would recommend saving up some money because this thing ended up costing like over a mil, or just like $19,000 over a mil, but a mil is a mil. Anyways, yeah, the first part of the interior wasn't really recorded, but honestly I didn't really do that much, just the living room, kitchen, and all the basic shape stuff. Actually, now that I think of it, that's kind of important, but I guess you'll see me work on them as you watch through the video. But like the first part of this build, I'm gonna cut out a lot of it just because I don't want to be yapping for too long, plus the tour at the end is gonna take a while, so I'd recommend skipping there. But if you really want to build this, then I'd go onto my second channel and find the speed build for this. But anyways, back to build talk. The interior was actually kind of fun to work on. I'm saying, man, the kitchen turned out fantastic. I don't know what happened, but everything just clicked. Like I wasn't even referencing anything. Actually, I was referencing something, but not too much of it was coming through in the build. So most of this is my original idea. And when I was building this, I kind of realized that my grasp on basic shapes is a little better than I thought it was. Like there were so many things that I really didn't need to use basic shapes on, but I used them anyways just for copy and paste reasons. Because you know, I'm the ultimate copy and paste builder. I probably shouldn't be taking pride in that because that just means I'm lazy. But yeah, there were a lot of basic shape stuff that I made so I could copy and paste throughout the house. And I didn't realize I was actually this good at it. God dang, that sounds so egotistical. But oh well. One of my favorite rooms to kind of work on was the bedroom because I wanted to make a custom bed. Then again, it uses like sleeping bags, so I don't know how efficient that's gonna be. It also doesn't look that comfortable, but I kind of wanted to do something custom, and this is how I thought people did it. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as it looks good, alright? And for the first bedroom, I wanted to go for a very simple layout, placing the bed in the center and then just a console across from that, and then other miscellaneous items like wardrobes and plants just to clutter up the space. I didn't think to add a TV because, you know, it's just the second floor bedroom, but I mean, I guess that would have been a nice addition. Didn't end up doing it because I didn't think it fit. But yeah, bedroom's kind of simple to make. And if you don't have the game passes, all you have to do is just use a normal bed. Like, it really doesn't matter if you make a custom bed or not. They look about the same. Anyway, something else that I kind of played without in the first recording, which is this recording, is the lighting. And I really hate lighting in Bloxburg because if you place one light in a room, the light's gonna seep through the walls somehow, which defies all laws of physics. So I guess something Bloxburg might benefit from is making the lighting a bit more, you know, realistic. So if you place a light, the light won't seep through walls or solid objects. But anyways, tried spamming a bunch of flint lighting to make it the best I could, but it ended up looking pretty blinding anyways. I didn't bother with this too too much. Like, this is the reason I give up. I hate doing second floors and third floors because the lighting gets all messed up. You'll realize the only good lighting at the end of this build is on the first floor. I absolutely despise lighting in Bloxburg. Or, you know, maybe I just suck. Anyways, I also quickly finished up the second floor bathroom, and then this was pretty much the first floor that I finished. The recordings are separated into each floor. Like, I took a break between every floor that I worked on. So next up, I'm gonna do the first floor. So now we're moving on to working on the first floor, and the first room I started with was the garage. And I had a lot of fun with the first floor because, you know, there's only 4 rooms, and I love it when there's less rooms to work with because, you know, I'm lazy. But I think I tried the hardest on the garage on this floor. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say floor, but if someone can keep track of that, thank you. But anyways, the first room I kind of worked on was the mud room, and this is where you like drop off all your shoes and stuff. And I kind of wanted to be special with this by making a custom storage unit. Bro, half of this is like making custom stuff, and I kind of regret it because it took a lot of time, but you know, I started it, so gotta pull through. Anyways, mudroom turned out pretty good. One of my favorite rooms in the entire build, but it could be better. You know, everything could be better because, you know, I suck. But anyways, we're kind of improving. Tried to detail this as much as I could, but there wasn't really much that was coming into my brain, so I left it as is. As for all the corridors in this house, I also didn't really try too hard because corridors are, you know, they don't matter. It's literally a passage that directs the flow of movement in your house. So what am I gonna do with that? Anyways, next thing I worked on here was the bathroom for the first floor, which in all honesty didn't take too long because, you know, I already made a bathroom on the second floor, so I won't comment too much on it, but there were some new designs. So onto the main room on this level, I started playing around with couch layouts, and I decided to go for 1 long couch and then 1 single couch, but I'm pretty sure I eventually changed this to like 2 single couches and 1 long couch, and they're kind of opposite each other. But this part of the video kind of shows you everything that I did to make this custom couch. Obviously you can't sit on it, and that's unfortunate. Maybe you could put a chair inside of it and then like rotate it or something, but I didn't bother doing that. Nothing in this house is functional, and that's probably something you don't want to say when you're trying to promote your build. But yeah, everything here is purely for aesthetics. Aside from the couches, I added some tables, shelves, plants, miscellaneous clutter and whatnot. Tried to make this space as filled as possible, but I also didn't want to go overboard because minimalism is also key. Like, especially in a beach house, I feel like space is very important, because what if you're having a party and you want to dance? Or what if you're partying too hard and you trip over something? That's not good. But then again, it's not real life, so I guess that's not an issue. I could clutter this as much as I want. But that was basically the thought process here. Nothing too special about this room. The couches, I guess, are the most special thing, and the carpets too. The carpets I've been doing throughout the entire house, so I guess they aren't. But anyways, I finished up coloring it, readjusted some of the color hues, and then I moved on to the top floor. And I absolutely hated the third floor. I hated every part of working on the third floor, because for one, I was kind of sick. I was dry heaving. Maybe I got food poison, but I'm recording this as I'm saying that, so maybe I don't, because I don't feel that bad, but I'm definitely not okay. But you know, it's calm, I build. But you know, it's calm, I build, and I deal with it, and building's not that hard. So yeah, I'm just saying I hate the third floor, but I did put some pretty unique stuff up here. First thing I worked on was the little nook and cranny with the laundry machines, and at first I wasn't really liking it, but I started separating the room from the rest of the entire layout, and then I was like, oh yeah, this doesn't look too bad. But then I realized we don't have the single door for the folding door. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's one of the new doors, and it's white and has a bunch of panels on it, but we don't have a single door for that, and that kind of ticked me off. So this made me have to make a custom door, and you know how much I hate making custom doors. They don't even work. So yeah, I made a custom door, and it looks god awful, but you know, we move on to the master bedroom of the entire build. I also did not like this bedroom because it was just a copied and pasted version of the first one we made, and a recolored one at that. But I tried to add some variation to it. I put this little frame around the entire bed, and then I actually put a TV in this one because, you know, it's a master bedroom. What master bedroom doesn't have a TV? Imagine not being able to watch TV while going to sleep or doing other stuff. But anyways, other items in this room are all copied and pasted. Haha, I bet you didn't expect that. Anyways, it's just a bedroom. Like, I didn't want to try on this either. Although when I got to the tour, it actually looked pretty good. And what I found interesting was that when I was in build mode, this thing looked absolutely terrible. But when I was actually walking around in player view, it wasn't that bad. So I don't know what the lighting difference is there, but yeah, everything's in the lighting. Moving on to the final room of the build. Let's go. I absolutely hate this build, and I never want to touch another interior again, but I know I'm gonna have to finish my dream home. This is when I started getting motivated again, just because it was the last room and it was a bathroom, so I could just copy and paste everything. I don't know if you can hear the happiness in my voice, but I got really happy at this moment. I was like, oh man, it's the last room, let's go, I'm done. I don't know if you can relate to this, but when starting a build, you'll have the most motivation, and that's when the most ideas come. But as you decorate your house, or even moving onto the interior, you start to lose that motivation, because you're like, oh man, I gotta do the inside of this, and the inside takes significantly more effort than the outside. But I don't know, that might just be me. Oh wait, no, I still have one more room to do. It's the pool room. Oh, okay, well, you know what, this is easy. Okay, all I did was make a pool table, and I slapped it in the middle of this room because I had no other ideas. I didn't want to make another living room because I already have 2 living rooms. I didn't want to make a kitchen because a kitchen definitely doesn't belong on the 3rd floor, but I also didn't know what to make it. Maybe an office would have been cool. Actually, now that I'm recording this, I feel like an office would have fit more. So yeah, if you want to make an office for this, god damn it. Anyways, I made a pool table. It could have been an office. Well, what's done is done, and I made it a pool room, and I spent a lot of time on it. Unnecessary time, when it could have just been an office. Whatever. But yeah, that basically concluded the interior of the beach house, and at this point, I was pretty much done. So I guess all that's left is touring this thing. Alright, chat, so after 3 days of non-stop grinding, actually, that might be a bit of an exaggeration. I worked on this for like a total of maybe 6 hours, if you add up all the footage. But yeah, the beach house is now done, and I definitely did not get lazy on the top floor. I mean, honestly, what could I even do? The top floor was the top floor, and I hate the top floor. And at that point, I kind of wanted to just give up. But anyways, it's time to tour this thing now that it's all complete. And before we actually look at the price of this build, excluding the water, I'm assuming it's gonna be like 800k, maybe 700k or something. Oh, I forgot to paint the railings. Oops, let me do that real quick. Okay, there we go. Now it's complete. So the entire build comes out to a total of wait, how do I even read that? $1,019,615. Beach House 2024 is approximately 4 times the price of Beach House 2023, which is yeah, that's kind of impressive. But I'm not gonna lie, the entire build itself, excluding the ocean and then the trees and the cars and whatnot, would probably come about to maybe 600k, I would assume. But yeah, let's go ahead and tour this thing. There really isn't much to this house. Like, as I was building it, I was kind of realizing how small it was. Oh yeah, and I bought this nice SUV because you know, it kind of fit the build. But anyways, back to what I was saying. While I was furnishing the build, it actually wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. There were definitely a lot of rooms, but I kind of found it pretty easy to decorate some of them. But anyways, here we go. Stepping into the 1st floor of the house, we have our nice mud room or foyer or whatever you want to call it. I actually don't think you can call this a foyer, so I'm just gonna call it a mud room. So yeah, there's the mud room, and then here's the door that leads to the garage. The garage is kind of small, but you know, who needs a garage? We're trying to eliminate cars here. But anyways, on the 1st floor, we have our main living room, kind of hangout area. I don't really know what you really call this. I really wanted to put a bar there. Ooh, hold on, I didn't change a decal. Yeah, and you know I'm trying a little harder when you know I'm changing decals. But anyways, I really wanted to put a bar thing here, but I didn't end up doing that because I thought the room fit as a living room more. So yeah, I kept it as this large open space that opens out to the beach, and it turned out pretty nice. The couches are custom, the pillows are not custom, this shelving unit over here is custom, the shutters are custom. Actually, this room doesn't feature that many custom items, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, not much to see there. Over here, we have a nice little bathroom in case you want to come back up from the beach and shower and take a pee or wash your hands or something. I don't know. I thought a bathroom fit here nicely just because of that reason. But anyways, not much to see on the 1st floor. Moving on to the 2nd floor. Oh, what did I do here? Oh god. Okay, anyways, that's been fixed. Yeah, let's enter from here now. Onto the 2nd floor, we have another living space right here with a TV and a nice looking couch, and then you have a nice view out to the road. And we've also got these nice trusses on the ceiling of our living room. Kind of adds to the beach house vibe. One thing I would say about this house is that I definitely used a lot of linen, but in terms of actually decorating stuff, I think it's there. Yeah, the colors are absolutely garbage, but yeah, you're also watching my channel. Anyways, over here we have a nice little corridor, and then this branches off into a nice bathroom, very nicely decorated. It's basically got all the same things as the 1st floor, and all the bathrooms have the same main things. You got a tub with a shower, and then the toilet, and then a sink. Nothing much to see here. I also added the light switches on every single room, so that's also another way to tell that I tried on this, or a little harder at least. And then across the corridor we have our first bedroom. Nice little space for 2 people. Not much in here really. You got a wardrobe over there, nice little storage or table thing over here. No TV, but it's a nice cozy space. And then we have this wall thing right here. I don't know what to call it, but it's got a design on it, so that's cool. I feel like going through this I'm gonna realize that I'm lacking a lot of terminology to describe some of these things. But anyways, here we have the main laundry room. Got your washer, dryer, sink, bar of soap that's not colored, my bad guys, flat iron over on the left, and then you got some storage up on the top as well. Not much to see there. I think my favorite room out of this entire build is the kitchen, because the kitchen is a kitchen. Yeah, god dang, my vocabulary sucks. But anyways, I think the room that I tried the hardest on was either the kitchen or the downstairs living room, because the kitchen's got so much detail. You got every single kitchen appliance. You even got the spigot that comes out of the wall for your pots and pans. But yeah, kitchen's got the nice trussed ceiling as well. Once again, adds to the beach house vibe. And then we got the custom stools here, but you can't really do much with them. The only downside to the kitchen is that these counters are not interactable. So basically they're all basic shapes and you can't really cook anything on them. The only functional things here are the sink, stove, and then fridge and the oven. But over on the other side we have our nice little simplistic dining room. I didn't really try too hard on this, and I don't think I really needed to try this hard on it, but I made a custom table, so that's nice. Like, it's literally just a dining room and you really need space to pull out the chairs, so I just left it kind of blank. But anyways, you have a nice balcony peering off into the vast ocean right there, or the seaside, and that pretty much covers the entire second floor. Moving on to the top floor, which I kind of gave up on, I put a pool table and it's kind of scuffed, but like you can tell it's a pool table, so I guess that's all that really matters. So this is the centerpiece for the third floor. Out here you got an umbrella that pokes through the door. I'm probably gonna remove the umbrella or close it. Oh, closing is probably a better idea. And then you got 2 lounge chairs to sit on if you want to get a tan or something, and then a nice garden bed over there which has absolutely nothing on it. You can kind of tell I stopped trying on the third floor because there's not as much detail as the second floor. And then if you watch the speed build, I start copying and pasting stuff. But anyways, it's over. Over here we have a nice little laundry room with no decals on the walls. It's like a secondary laundry room. You really don't need this, but like I also didn't know what to do with this space. I made a custom door for it too, so I guess there's a bit of effort there. But yeah, that's a good way to fill up that nook and cranny. But anyways, moving on to the top floor bedroom, which actually for some reason looks pretty good. I think it's the sun rays penetrating through the windows. But yeah, everything up here is kind of copied and pasted. This table's copied and pasted. This drawer's not copied and pasted actually. But these wardrobes and mirrors are also copied and pasted, and so is the bed. It's just been a little recolored, so it seems different. But anyways, master bathroom I'm probably the most proud of, just because of the layout and whatnot. Like I'd piss or poop in this for ages. Bathroom has a bunch of the copied and pasted stuff. I don't know, I like this rearrangement the best. I feel like the towels could be moved over to this wall just so it's easier to you know, get your towels, but you can't really interact with the towels anyways in Bloxburg. But it's just like a realism thing. And then we have this copied and pasted plant pot right here. But that pretty much covers the entire house, I think. I'm pretty sure I got every single room. Like I said, there really wasn't much to build here. Yeah, this might be my favorite room. I guess we could take a look at the back, but nothing's really changed aside from the water. Like I just installed the sea. So that's pretty much it for the 2024 beach house. Let me know what you think about the entire build in general. I think it turned out amazing. Exterior is definitely still my forte, and I probably won't go into the interior much more often. But I think what might be a good idea is to fill up these other plots side by side to make like a little strip of beach houses. I don't know if that's a good idea, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue, but I'll leave it at that.